was there when the whole NRC setup also happened. Okay. And we need to understand also that how deep the illegal migration has gone now. Um, the reason why we call this as illegal migration is also needs to be understood, because these people are not migrating through the correct mechanisms that are laid down for migration to any country or to any place, firstly. And that is why it is called as illegal migration. It is not that we are not being human, and then the humanity angle is taken out unnecessarily. Not needed, because it is well understood that these people have migrated. What if you know how the Brahmaputra flows, no? If you see the if you see the Brahmaputra, the lay of Brahmaputra, in that the peculiarity of Brahmaputra are the char chaporis. The biomasses, the floating islands, which they are called, in Brahmaputra. Now, these people over a period of, so if you see, migration has happened around along the river. Okay, so that is why they were able to reach till upper Assam, and and at that time, the when let's talk of the post-independence era. At that time, all these tea plantation areas were owned by the British
East India
people.
Company.
Yeah, the East India Company. So these people, they needed a lot of labor. Correct. Now, inherently, people from the Northeast region are people who have a lot of self-respect for themselves. They might do anything, but they'll definitely not come as a labor under someone. So, that thing that we cannot be ruled is very deep. Okay. Now, when these people started flowing in, since they had to survive here, they started working for these people, the Britishers. Similarly, what the Britishers did, they also brought cheap labor from the central Indian region of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, that what we call as the Adivasi tribes. So these people were also brought in. So lot of, I would say, demographic chaos was created by, thanks to our occupants, the Britishers. Had this not happened, I'm very sure it would have still been handled in a very different way. Now, these immigrants have gone and they have become settlers in these Chapori areas, Char and Chapori areas. They inhabit these places, they occupy these places now, and they are the inhabitants of these places. Of course, over a period of time, their population has massively increased, which is a cause of concern. Okay. If you look from a security perspective, I am not very sure during our time when I have served in the Northeast, especially when let me talk of Assam, I haven't seen these immigrants being part of any activity which is a national security threat. They haven't been such a situation. If you see, the insurgency is revolving only around the ethnic tribes versus the government. Okay, they are actually against the government, saying we have these requirements. Okay. So I haven't personally seen a scenario where they have been part. Yes, they do. There are instances where they probably were in smuggling activities and all those stuff. But something massive. I mean, I'm forgetting a particular organization which was formed, but again, they had nothing to do with these people who have migrated. Let us understand they are economically and socially weak. I think they have their basic survival is at a question. What is a threat is that they can be easily motivated to pick up arms. That is the worry. Okay. The worry is not that are they dangerous? No, prima facie there is no danger because they are also struggling. See, they have been thrown away from their country. Where do they go? Their country is suffering from overpopulation. Where will they go? So that's how the whole migration happened. The maximum migration took place when the Indian when the
Partition.
the Bangladesh liberation was happening. That's when these people, to save themselves, they migrated to Assam. That was the easiest route along the river, which over a period of time has become like now a trend, you can say, where they keep, if they see that they are not able to survive in that region, they quietly move on and come into India. So that's what is happening. So unless something, if you want to control this migration, firstly something should have been done at the Farakka bridge, that region. Now, what is being done, what is not being done is something, the whole Teesta Water Treaty, we also know how it has transformed over the year. So there are many such elements which are playing into this migration crisis. There is definitely religious conversions being seen. There is definitely a hike in that. Um, I still remember in 2011, we did an analysis, and it is there, it is very much there in the open source also, that by 2040, if the situation be like this, then by 2040, 2050, more than 50% population will be of the Muslim demography. Okay, so this is an observation which had already gone. So this is the reason the whole, if you see, the whole genesis of the insurgency started only at this time. You must be aware, since you belong to Assam, that the Mangaldoy by-elections, that's when the whole thing started. The Mangaldoy by-elections, um, they suddenly realized that, oh my God, the voters are mostly non-Indians. That's when the thing came out.
Yeah.
And that's how the whole insurgency in the Northeast had started. And the tribes are really concerned because you see the conversion rates, um, which is happening. You see how many Bodos are left in the Bodo land, how many, that whole, when the NRC happened, for that matter. I mean, just see the results of the NRC. How come regions which have 100% immigrants population have got registered 100%? Nobody has, you know, you see how they have easily absorbed into the system. Now, the interesting part with migrants is, especially the migrants in this scenario we are talking about. See, they knew that they had to survive. They can only survive if they start stepping and working hard and being part of the system. They have to adjust. So they had a lot of adaptability. They were hardworking. Now, this wasn't much liked by, if you see, um, the ethnic tribes, because these people are putting more than 100% effort for the same thing which probably they are doing, and they are like, why they are putting so much efforts?
Exactly.
There's, yeah. So socially, that has been little challenging. And what I noticed during the whole NRC process, because I was there in Guwahati when the whole thing happened, um, the system has had some such flaws, or I won't say a flaw, because it's very easy for us to label a flaw. It is more had such peculiarities that can be worked around and